What's good, y'all? It's your boy Rachel, and I'm back with another video. Today we are going to be reacting to WWE has a serious mid-card problem. And I've kind of expressed my opinions about it. I heard this was the best, thing about it. So we are going to be reacting to it, and we are going to see what he has to say.
WWE introduced the Women's Intercontinental and United States Championships at the same time, but only one of them feels like it actually matters. While the IC title has been front and center on weekly TV with real storyline.
Like, that title has been, the Women's Intercontinental Championship has been elevated so much at a point where people were actually debating that this triple threat match that you're seeing right now should be the main event, that it should have been the main event of Evolution. And everybody said it was almost better than Rhea versus Io. That was personally just what I was hearing. I didn't know how everybody else felt, but there was a big debate online about if this needed the main event. But yeah, I do need to watch Evolution on my own time.
And standout matches, the US title has barely gotten off the ground. Why has one taken off while the other feels forgotten? Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel for more wrestling content. WWE introduced the Women's US Championship late last year, and Chelsea Green became the inaugural champion after winning a tournament. From day one, Chelsea leaned hard into the proud American gimmick. Her character work was strong, and she absolutely delivered on the entertainment side. But in-ring, that's where things fell short. It's not that Chelsea can't wrestle, she absolutely can, but
she can actually wrestle almost better than anybody on the Women's SmackDown roster. Like, generally, like, y'all think that I'm over exaggerating, but she can. And it's not even her skill, it's just the fact that they feel like her character doesn't really outshine. Like, they feel like she didn't outshine Lyra at the time, which Lyra was already over with the crowd. She had the co-signs from Becky Lynch and shit like that. She already had all that. So it's like, yeah, it really was no other option.
Cowardly comedic persona made it hard for fans to take her seriously in big matches. Her feud with Michin dragged on way too long and never really evolved. By the time she moved into a program with Zelina Vega, it felt like we were in for more of the same. Thankfully, Zelina picked up the win and became the second ever US champion, a long overdue singles title for her. Zelina didn't appear on TV as consistently as Chelsea did, but she made up for it with great social media work, really trying to elevate the title in her own way. Unfortunately, she didn't get much time to build a run. Outside of revisiting Chelsea and a brief setup with Julia, Zelina dropped the title quickly, leaving her reign feeling more like a transitional moment than a breakout chapter. Meanwhile, the Women's Intercontinental Championship, introduced a few months later during the Netflix era of Raw, has been handled completely differently. Lyra Valkyria won that title in a tournament too, and right away, the vibe was different. Her in-ring style, her presentation, it all screamed workhorse champion. Lyra's run saw her beat names like Dakota Kai, Raquel Rodriguez, and Ivy Nile. Solid mid-card competition, but what really cemented her reign was her rivalry with Becky Lynch. Not only did Lyra hold—
Now, I need to remind y'all that Becky Lynch is like one of the greatest women in WWE ever. Like, she's one third of the women that had the first women's main event at WrestleMania. She won the main event, double champion, and she's won every other title in WWE. So it's like, if anybody was perfect to elevate that championship, it was her.
Her own against Becky, she actually retained against her. That win gave Lyra instant credibility and made the Intercontinental title feel legit. When Becky eventually won the belt from her, it wasn't a demotion, it was a continuation of the story. Fast forward to today, Becky Lynch is still the current IC champion. She's one of WWE's biggest stars, and her involvement keeps the title feeling important. On the flip side, Julia is the current US champion, and she hasn't been on TV since winning the title.
And like, Julia is one of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Like, she could have one of the more dominant reigns in this current era. So I really don't understand. Like, she was just NXT Women's Champion. Like, so I really don't understand why she can't have like a run that's as good as the women's IC title. Like, I really don't understand.
That contrast says everything. The difference in how WWE treats these two titles is honestly wild, and moving forward, if WWE wants both titles to thrive, especially since they're still new, they need to invest in them equally. On Raw, the Intercontinental division is thriving. The Becky and Lyra story still has legs, and I could easily see Io Sky jumping into the scene after her world title run. She's perfect for a mid-card belt that values hard-hitting matches. Even Rhea Ripley could return and add more star power to the division. Her presence alone would instantly elevate any title picture. But on SmackDown, the US title needs a serious reboot. Nikki Bella being back for another run in WWE opens up a golden opportunity. Her star power alone could instantly elevate the title's credibility if she...
Yeah, like, she's a Hall of Famer. Like, she could really do some... She could do some critical damage to that. Well, not critical damage. She could, like, elevate it to a whole nother degree. Especially with, you know, her... Well, she is on Raw, so it's like, yeah, but I wouldn't say the IC Championship needed that much of a upgrade at a point where she needs to chase after that championship. Like, no. They got Stephanie Valkyrie and they got all types of other people for that. No. Brie, not Brie. Nikki doesn't need to be involved. I feel like, you know, like Stephanie Valkyrie, probably Naomi when she loses, like, people like that. But as far as like her needing to do it, like, just no.
Were to win it. If WWE decides to keep her on Raw instead, then they need to double down on building up Julia and give her the spotlight she deserves. Julia has the potential to be a dominant champion, but she needs TV time. Let her go on a monster run, something Gunther-like. Let her steamroll.
I don't know about Gunther-like, but it should be a very dominant run where, like, she just runs through the division, and it needs to take a serious veteran to pass that championship down to. My personal opinion, whatever.
The division and make the belt mean something. Matches with Nia Jax or even Tiffany Stratton once she drops the women's championship could give Julia the variety and spotlight she needs. Nia's been doing solid work lately, and stipulation matches would add some spice. Once Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss move past their tag team run, Julia could face them too. Those matches would feel huge. A long dominant...
I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, because I heard that they going to drag that tag team shit with Charlotte and Alexa for a long time, so maybe we probably not gonna know about that.
Reign from Julia could set the US title up for success, and when the time's right, she could drop it to a major name like Bianca Belair, someone who can carry the belt with pride and later
Bianca Belair is a good name.
Pass it on to a rising star. That's how you build prestige. Mid-card titles aren't hard to book. They're supposed to be stepping stones to the World Championships, where newer or underutilized talent can prove themselves. But for that to happen, WWE needs to treat both the IC and US titles like they matter, every single week. What do you think of the treatment of WWE's mid-card titles? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for...
Alright, so he made his point. So yeah, that's basically what I'm saying though. Like... It's just there needs to be better work done with these mid-card championships. And I really don't want to say that I give up hope on the men's or the women's side of things when it comes to the mid-card. But at the same time, it just needs to be some substance equally with these championships. Like, I really don't understand, like, why everything has to stop at just winning the championship and then, like, they see some hot new star, they win it, and they barely get TV time when they win it. Like, no. It should be an equal relationship between both titles, like he said. And yeah, shout out to Paradise of Wrestling. Go subscribe to him. He broke this down perfectly. He's a genius. And yeah, bro, I agree with him 100%. But I don't think that anybody like Nikki Bella needs to like go down to win that championship, especially being that, you know, that championship, especially the IC championship, it's already like up there in prestige, and it doesn't need an upgrade for someone like Nikki Bella, like, at all. So that's the one thing I do disagree with. But I agree with everything else about, you know, Julia being one of the best in the world and her needing to like elevate the top. They could have Asuka over there winning that championship and have her have a run like she did in NXT, because that was a dominant run. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about it for now. I feel like the championship should evolve in a way that it's never seen before. And yeah, that's all I really gotta say about that for now.